A very good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start with chapter number 2, class 10 civics. Class 10 civics, lesson number 2, federalism, we are going to begin. In our last videos we had completed lesson number 1, power sharing of civics. So today we are starting with federalism. Dear learners, in democratic type of setup, generally there can be two type of governments. One set of democratic government would be unitary form of government. Okay. Other kind of setup would be federal form of governments. Okay. First we'll learn about the unitary form of governments. Then we'll learn about the federal form of government. This whole lesson is related with especially federal form of government. So initially we'll be introducing you about the unitary, and then we'll be switching on, and most of our discussion would be about federal form of government, type of federation, and the features of federation. Okay. So let us understand that what is unitary form of government. As the word suggests, unitary. The word unit is hidden. Okay. Unit means single. I'm repeating. In unitary, the word unit is hidden. Okay. Unit means single, one. Okay, so unitary form of government means when for an entire nation there is one government only. Okay, one set of government only. Okay, that will be called unitary form of government. Alright. In some cases, those countries which are following unitary form of government, they may have the other set of government also, but with limited powers, with restricted jurisdiction. Okay, so we are again repeating that unitary form of government is that type of government in which there is only one level of government. Okay, means may that country be bigger or smaller, that doesn't matter. Whole the governmental measures may be regional, may be local. Okay, even the national. Okay, all the issues will be dealt by one common government. Okay, may they be national issues, may they be regional issues, or may they be local issues. Okay, that is the unitary form of government, one level of government only. Okay, if there are subunits, okay, may it be for region, may it be for local issues, may it be for community issues. If there are any units, okay, then in this type of setup they would be restricted. They would be having extremely controlled by the union government or national government. Okay. So what kind of restrictions could be? That could be regarding jurisdiction. Okay. Jurisdiction means simply jurisdiction refers to the working area. Okay, your working divisions, your powers, the topics which you deal, okay, as a government, the topics, the areas which you are going to deal, all that would be referring jurisdictions. Sorry. So this jurisdiction type of part would be restricted if there are subunits. Alright. So this I have cleared you about unitary form of government. Okay. For revision we can take it as that when there is only one set of government, or if there are any subunits, they too are restricted, they are under the extreme control of the central government. Okay, that could be unitary. Now we go to the other set of government, that is federal form of government. Federal form of government, very simple to understand, just opposite of this. First and foremost feature, in unitary form of government there is only one level of government, so there would be different level of governments. For say, one for entire nation, it is called union, it is called central government. for provinces, it is called provincial government, state government. Other could be for local issues or community issues. In India's case, it is local self-government. It is specific to India. You know, Panchayat and all, Panchayati Raj and all. In Belgium's case, you see, it is specific to the community issues, community government. It is Belgium's case. So once again we consider. I will be clearing you, and I am sure that you would be having it, having this conception very nice understanding about this. Federal form of government, there will be different levels of government. There may be one government which is for entire nation. Okay, this is called central government. Okay, whatever the rules and regulations are required for the entire nation as uniform. Uniform means from north to south and from east to west, we want the same laws regarding such issues. These would be formed by central government. Likewise, there could be issues which are specific to a region, state. So these would be formed by the provincial governments or the regional governments or the state governments. Okay, there may be some issues which are specific to a region. Okay, for example, you know, Rajasthan is a desert area, so it is a drought-prone area. So regarding drought, some special mechanisms, some particular facilities, some particular laws are to be framed over here. Likewise, in those areas which are near the coastal regions or which are flood-prone areas, which are regularly having the flood or some other issues, accordingly the governance would be formed. Okay, that only state would be requiring those particular issues. Likewise, there could be the different land measurement type of, or the agriculture type of, or some other kind of regional specific issues on which regional government only forms the laws. Okay, so that would be the provincial governments, or these would be in regard of only province. Okay, clear? State governments generally. Now the third set of government could be there in some country, or it's not necessary that every country is having the third set of government, but some countries are having, especially the bigger countries. Even the smaller countries like Belgium is having the third set of government. This could be created on the basis of local issues. Okay, local regional issues. In India, it is, you know, local self-government, Panchayati Raj system, which deals with the local self-government. Is it? They do deal with the issues of sanitation, cleanliness, water, roads in the local areas. Likewise in Belgium, there is third set of government which deals with the community issues, community government. Okay, it deals with the cultural type of issues, may be of religion, may be of marriages, may be of culture, etc. So you see that in unitary form of government, there had been tight control over the regional issues. Okay, or they are being dealt by only the central government. But in federal form of government, sufficient space is provided for different issues, different set of government is there. So now you can understand that which particular set of government would be giving the better administration. Here, one level of government is only packed with all the issues, so definitely it would be not that much smooth, isn't it? They would not be able to pay whole attention very smooth way, isn't it? There are three different governments to deal with the three different issues. Okay, so central government will be focusing on only those issues which are of national importance. For example, it could be currency, it could be foreign affairs, could be after currency, that could be what we say, foreign affairs, insurance. All these issues are such issues which especially needs the laws which are same throughout the nation. Okay, that would not be Rajasthan's currency is different and Madhya Pradesh currency is different. That would be creating problem for trade, isn't it? And other problems would also be there. So all such issues require the same type of laws throughout the nation. Maybe North India, maybe South India, maybe Eastern or maybe Western. Okay. Likewise, regional issues are being taken care properly by the regional governments because they know better that what they are good in and how they are supposed to deal with the challenging situations, isn't it? Okay. Likewise, local issues, if they are being provided autonomy, if they are being provided freedom to deal by the local sub-government only, it would be easier, it would be handled properly. Okay. So children, see, a federal form of government would be more democratic. Because, why more democratic? That too is democratic but restricted. Okay, but this is more democratic as more involvement of people is there. Don't you see that in local issues, people are being involved to deal with their local problems. Okay, they can contact to their local representatives directly. They can be representatives even. Okay, and it would be easy for them to solve such type of problems in a short duration of time and with a more proper way, isn't it? Okay, so such set of governments where the national issues, regional issues or local issues are being dealt by the different governments, that too with freedom, okay, without any kind of restriction, okay, they are being dealt. Second thing is, central government does not restrict provincial governments. Okay, provincial governments are free in their own area. Okay, whatever the issues related to the province, provincial government would only be dealing, central government would not be restricting in that jurisdiction. Okay, so this is something which provides a space, okay, which provides a better environment to deal with the problems. Okay, so this is the scene of the federal type of government. Okay, such mechanism would be directly referring to federalism. Okay, such system of governance in which there are different sets of governments, namely central government, provincial governments, or local self-governments. Okay, all these governments are dealing with their own areas. They are not being restricted or interfered by another set of government. Such type of system would be called federalism. Okay, and a nation which is having such kind of setup, such kind of provincial governments or the local self-governments would be called a federation. Okay. So up to now you had been clear about the unitary form of government, which is opposite of federalism. Then I told you about the federal form of government. Now we are moving towards federation and its types. So we have studied about federal form of government. So India is federation of 28 states. Get it? Federation means union of states. A federal form of government in which there are central government for the entire nation, there are number of state governments, and likewise there are local self-governments. That particular country could be referred as federation. Okay, it could be referred as union, group of states. Federation are of two types. Two categories of federations are there. Number one is coming together federation. And number two is holding together federation. Coming together federation. Coming together federation is a type of federation in which different smaller states decide themselves to convert in a strong union of states or convert themselves in a big nation. Okay. Once again I repeat, coming together federation means, just for suppose, consider there is a state by the name of A, another state by the name of B, another state by the name of C, and another state by the name of D. Okay, all these were smaller states, and as they were smaller, they were having some other kind of problems. Maybe the problem of finance, maybe the problem of resources, maybe the problem of dealing with the international problems and all. Okay, so as they were smaller, they were facing some other problem. Later on, they decided that why don't we, all these were the nearby states, okay, they were neighboring states. So later on they decided that it would be better for us if we join ourselves and become a nation. If we will be uniting ourselves, if we come together on our own and form a nation, we will be able to deal with the problem of resource, problem of foreign affairs, problem of regional issue better way. Okay, so on their own they come together and join themselves on the features of federalism and constitute themselves as a nation. Okay, so they themselves decided to come and join as a federation. This type of federation would be called coming together federation. In that they leave their sovereignty. They do join themselves to strengthen themselves. They do convert themselves as a strong nation. Okay, this would be a better variety or better category of federation in which the smaller states do leave their sovereignty and join themselves to make a stronger nation. America is the best example of this type of federation. And another feature of this federation is that all the constituent units, okay, of coming together federation would be considered equal. Does not matter they are smaller, does not matter they are weaker, does not matter what kind of population or resource they are having. If they are joining the federation, they would be considered equal. Okay, children, I am once again repeating coming together federation. Before coming together federation, let us federation means small union of states would be referred as federation. There will be two categories: coming together, holding together. Coming together, smaller states, okay, who are independent, they would be deciding to come together and to form themselves in a bigger nation. This they do in order to make themselves more stronger, in order to deal with their regional challenges, and in order to deal with the international or the national problems better way. Okay, they would be coming together and forming themselves as a stronger nation. Alright. Most important feature of this type of federation is that whosoever joins this type of federation would be considered equal, would be considered as others. Okay, there would be no discrimination among the members of union, among the members of federation. Okay, USA is the best example of this type of federation. Clear? Now we go to the another type of federation, that is holding together federation. Children, see, in coming together federation, we saw that smaller states do leave their sovereignty and form a stronger nation. In this type of federation, what happens? Consider a big nation. Consider a big nation which is having a number of, means a big area, a big country there, and on the basis of regionality, on the basis of culture, and on the basis of administration needs, admin needs, a bigger nation decides itself to divide in a number of smaller states. Holding together federation is that type of federation in which a bigger country, may be like India, may be like Russia, they do decide, a bigger country, they do decide, considering regionality, considering culture, considering administration needs, they do decide to constitute separate states. So they could deal with the diversity better way. Is it? A bigger nation has divided itself in a smaller states. Why it has done so? Because it wants to accommodate culture, language, regionality, or admin needs. Is it? So keeping these particular factors in mind, a bigger nation divides itself in a number of smaller states. Okay. This would help that federal country to deal or to accommodate regionality, culture, and administration needs. Okay, you know, when India got free, in those times, in 1947, there had been only 14 states. But nowadays, how many states are there? 28. Okay, and a number of UTs are also there. So, did we acquire new territories? No. Then why number of states has increased? Because India accommodated many of the states on the basis of culture, on the basis of language, on the basis of regionality, on the basis of admin needs also. Okay, Chhattisgarh has been carved out from Madhya Pradesh considering the admin needs. Okay, Uttarakhand has been separated from Uttar Pradesh considering the culture. Okay, likewise Punjab and Haryana was separated considering the Jat and Punjabi culture. Okay, likewise Telangana recently has been created, the regional needs were there. Is it? So children, holding together federation would be a federation in which a bigger nation would divide itself in a number of smaller states to deal with the cultural diversity, okay, regional diversity, regional diversity, or the language issue. Okay, children, see, as I told you in the coming together federation, that all the states would be treated equally by the union government or the central government or the federal government. Okay, but this is not in the case of holding together federation. Why? See, you know, a bigger nation is accommodating the diversity, so sometimes it needs to provide a particular state more autonomy. As in India's case, Jammu Kashmir, okay, before 2019 had been run through the Article 370. In last year only, Article 370 has been removed and Jammu Kashmir is also being treated as of the other states. But before 2019, okay, they had been provided more autonomy than the other states. Likewise, India's northeastern states, 7 sisters, you would have heard about Assam, Arunachal, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, you would have heard about. They are culturally diverse, extreme. They are different tribal groups. Okay, maybe Nagar, maybe Dimasar, maybe Karbij, maybe Mijo. Okay, so those all tribal groups wanted to be as autonomous groups, and their demand was quite genuine also. Okay, so central government provided them regional autonomy. And even you would surprise children in northeast, there are some certain tribes which are very small in comparison of the when we consider their claims, their population is extremely short. So just to accommodate them, Indian government has provided them autonomy at even district councils. Okay, this is accommodation, is it? And this should not be taken as partial treatment and all. It was a little bit needed. Okay, as far as we say we are democratic. Okay, so children, in holding together, we will say the feature which is in coming together, that is not present in holding together. Coming together, all the states would be equal. Okay, they would not be partially treated. Some state would, some state is provided with a higher opportunity and other are not provided. That is not with the case. That is not the case with coming together. In holding together, it could happen. Okay, some states are being provided with the regional autonomy, are being provided with a particular facility, are being provided extra autonomy in comparison of the other states to accommodate them, to adjust them, to make them part of union. Okay, so this was the case of two types of federation. Now we move ahead. So, up to now I have cleared you about the unitary form of government. I have also cleared you about the federal form of government. I have cleared you about the federation also. The union of states would be referred as federation. India is federation of 28 states nowadays. Yet, I have cleared you the kind of federation as well. Coming together federation, holding together federation, the difference is I have told you very well. So children, now we are moving towards the features of federalism in general. Means a federal country, what kind of features it would have, we are going to discuss it in general. Okay. After this topic, we will be discussing the features of Indian federalism. So the general features of federalism and then features of Indian federalism we will be discussing. So let us begin. Features of federalism. Very important question. Many of the times it has been asked in the board examination also. So, we are going to discuss features of federalism. First, I want to let you know that this is really very important question. Under the category of 3 marks, it has been asked lot many times. Under the 5 mark category, it could also be asked. Okay, so we are beginning with it. That is features of federalism. Okay, so first and foremost feature is that there are 2 or more levels of the government. Okay, first feature is 2 or more level of governance. So see, it is the spirit of federalism. 2 or more level of government. What does this mean? There would be a government for the entire nation. There would be another government for the regional. Okay, likewise there could be government for the community issues or the local self issues. Okay, so that would be the first feature of federalism in general. Okay, national government would be dealing with the national issues. Regional government would be dealing with the regional issues only. Regional issues would be different from one region to another. Local self issues would be including the local issues. May it be of cleanliness, may it be of widows, may it be of water, may it be of street lights, may it be of sanitation, may it be of the health centers, etc. Okay? Okay? So I told you that there would be 2 or more level of governments in a federal country. That is the first and foremost feature of this. Second feature. very easy. Second feature is that different levels of government would be having different jurisdictions. So second feature is jurisdiction. As I told you, jurisdiction literally or simply means working area. Okay, so if there are two or more level of governments, there will be different working areas for them. National government should deal with the national issues. The C level of governments are national government, okay, that would be the first level. Second level would be the state government. Third level would be the local self-government. Local self-government. It is in India's case, so I am writing it again and again. You would be able to understand it better, isn't it? Now, what does the second feature say? That there shall be separate jurisdiction for all these levels. Okay, what does this mean? This means that national government should deal with only those issues, those specific issues which are of national interest, like army and defense. It could also be for defending and all. Okay, defense, insurance, okay, foreign affairs, okay, other issues which are of national importance. National importance issues also mean that the issues should be same from the north to south, from east to west. Okay, there shall be no violations, or there shall be no other kind of variations regarding the issues, okay, within the boundary of the nation. Now, state issues, it could be related to agriculture, okay, it could be regarding language policy, it could be regarding the culture, okay, clear? And local self issues, you all know, local self issues especially related with Panchayati Raj. Okay, it could include the day-to-day problems of the local area, maybe water, maybe health centers, maybe cleanliness. Okay. So children, see why I have listed all over here, because creating such kind of topics and assigning them to a particular government would be solving the problem of confusion. If every set of government is being provided such topics, okay, that national government would deal in these areas, likewise the state government is supposed to deal in such areas only, such topics only, such issues only. Likewise, LSC, local self-government is also dealing with this and this. Okay, so what would happen? Central government would not interfere in state government issues, likewise state government would not be interfering in other two types of issues. They now know that what subject area, what work area they are supposed to deal with. Yeah? So that would be helping them in dealing with their own problems easily. Is it? So this would be creating the jurisdictions, or we say working area. Defining working area would be a way coming out of confusion. Okay. Third feature is especially about working area or jurisdiction. Jurisdictional divisions should be defined by the Constitution. What does this mean? This means that Constitution of that nation itself should clear that there would be that what areas national governments would be dealing, state governments would be dealing, and local self-governments would be dealing, so that later on conflict does not enter in. One more thing, Constitution would also be facilitating that there could be some particular areas which are common between national government and state government or the local self-governments. So, creation of the three lists, one for the union, that is union list, other for the state, that is the state list, and third which is common between the state and the nation, that is called concurrent. Okay, so that creation of three lists would be helping these three respective governments not to indulge ever in conflict. Is it? So third feature of federalism is that jurisdictional bifurcation or jurisdictional divisions should be mentioned in the Constitution itself in such a way that chaos or conflict does not arise in later times. Okay, so as I told you that there could be a one list in the Constitution itself related with the national issues. Likewise, there could be another list which is mentioning the state issues, and likewise there could be a list which is referring the common issues between the central government and the regional governments. This way would be helping out in reducing the conflicts between center as well as the states. Okay, so this is very important in resolving the conflicts regarding the federalism, regarding the federal issues. Okay, and this would be a feature of ensuring the administration more smooth, more appropriate. Okay. 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 Now we go to the next feature, that is about very important feature is that the fundamental provisions, just a minute. The next very important feature is that unilateral decisions would not be acceptable. In federal setup. What does this mean? I had told you in the beginning also that when we started the power sharing, I also told you in the especially Belgian model of accommodation that unilateral governments, unilateral form of decisions would not be acceptable. Same is true in the federalism's case. So if there is any issue regarding the nation, okay, regarding the national issue, if a law is to be framed, that should be acceptable, that should be admitted, or that should be given consent by at least more than half of the states. Okay, you know, in political science you will be studying that some of the national issues should be passed by special majority, and that in a special majority provisions, half of the states should give its consent on some specific national interest issues. So here that especially reveals that unilateral decisions are not accepted or on the basis, means whatever the decisions are to be made on the national issues, that should be made with consensus, not the unilateral. Okay? Thank you.